Hurricane Delta made landfall just 13 miles east of where Hurricane Laura struck Cameron Parish. The community of Oak Grove took the brunt of both storms. The iconic scene of a helicopter landing pad on its side at a loading facility, well, that was a shot taken there.
It's also the home of the largest cattle producer in the parish, Leslie Griffith and his wife Peggy. Their home and more than 1,600 acres were devastated in the storm. But as Neil Melancon shows us, they found some hope in the ruins.
It's a quiet, sunny day here at the Lazy Acres Ranch in Welsh. Owner Leslie Griffith is talking with folks at the NRCS in Lake Charles about programs to keep the grass healthy here, as well as getting back on their feet after Hurricane Laura. Mac Parker, the district conservationist, says there's programs aimed at helping them do just that.
NRCS, once that boundary fence is up, we're able to help in interior and cost share with our EQIP program, dealing with interior cross fencing, livestock water, water wells, troughs, water facilities, things that are heavy use pads underneath, to assist with those and try to get some back a sense of normalcy, if you will.
Even an hour north of the coast here, there's signs of stress. One of Griffith's cows died from the stress and mosquitoes post-Laura. Still, he did manage to get most of his 190 head of cattle out of the way of the storm.
We'd bought this land here for right after Rita and hauled the cows back after Rita had went through and tore everything up. I put a water well in. Well, I come 3 years later, but the water well stayed, and I had to redo my fences. Laura's come down in my 600-acre winter pasture where these cows would normally be going to this time of the year. I went there the other day. I had a brand new set of cow pens I built in February. They're completely gone. And also the water well that I put in is gone. So now, right now, we don't have any fresh water down home. Everything is old, nasty, salty, muddy water.
The story at his main ranch in Grand Chenier is much different. The main house was completely demolished in the storm and its remains strewn about the 1,600 acres here. It's damage that will likely be around a long time, as history bears witness. Here you can see a divot in a tree that was there during Hurricane Audrey in 1957, when an 11-year-old Leslie rode out the storm with his family on their makeshift raft made from the roof of their house. In 2005, Rita demolished this area, and Griffith said they were just starting to recover from that storm.
This storm here was worse than Audrey, Ike, and Rita put together, because I didn't lose so many oak trees as I did this time. I've lost a bunch of these big old oaks that they'll never be replaced in my lifetime.
Mark Norman is a soil conservationist with the NRCS. He says the recovery in this area for the soil alone will take many months, if not years.
Be as responsible as you can be with the grazing, and if you have an extra pasture or if you can get hay, then you're going to need it this year.
Leslie and Mark share more than just an interest in soil health. Both are veterans of the United States Army, Leslie of the Vietnam War, Mark of the conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq. Leslie shared the pain of losing his dog tags during Laura, something Mark understood well. Mark says everyone in southwest Louisiana is getting a taste of what war is like, the damage reminiscent of his time in the service.
This looks like Afghanistan. The people with all the wires down and, houses with the roofs ripped off, and then you have people walking around. I just felt like, a bomb went off. It looked like a bomb had gone off, and just total devastation.
Still, there are signs of hope here. The once barren oaks of Oak Grove are starting to put out leaves, and among the rubble, another sign. As we were watching, Mark found something Leslie had thought lost.
Look, I killed these in Vietnam. My uncle gave me this. Y'all can read it yourself. It said, it's the alcoholic's dear one day at a time, you know what I mean? And it says, God grant me serenity to protect things I can't,
While his voice was full of emotion at the discovery of those dog tags, it belies a strength in Leslie, a strength that has kept the Griffiths working this land for 200 years, and if he has anything to say about it, for 200 more and beyond.
And my address will be 1003 Oak Grove Highway, Grand Chenier, Louisiana, till I die, so I know that. So.
And we have a great update. Leslie Griffith told us that they have a camper set up on their property in Oak Grove. The school where Peggy teaches is back open, so she won't have a half-hour commute to and from their property in Welsh each day. We wish them and everyone in the wake of the storms this year a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and definitely a better New Year.